So I was listening to the music. Right. We're going to solidify at least one idea for one of these topics. At least one. So I'm still informing Discord because this computer is being extra slow, and you got to give it a break because the reason why I'm a bit late, well, a bit later than I was supposed to be. I was supposed to be on here earlier, but we had a storm happen near the village, and essentially the power got cut out for like an hour and a half. And I was just making sure. It's been about an hour now since it came back on. But I was just making sure that everything's working and it's staying on for a little bit. Plus the storm has passed. I'm pretty sure the storm has passed. You know, it's still a little windy out there, but it's also it's not raining, you know, and there's not so much cloud cover. You can see the moon. You can woo at the moon. So yeah, it should be fine. It should be fine. If the power does go out again, then I've got like about 15 minutes worth of internet because we have a backup power supply for the communications systems of the house. So it basically lasts for about 15 minutes so that you can get everything sorted and switched over to mobile devices and stuff like that. Anyway, that should be fine. I'll say my goodbyes. And my computers are also, well, they're laptops. So, you know, they have their own power supply. I was actually surprised. I was actually a little bit surprised. This laptop, the old laptop, is its battery is really good. It lasts a while. The new gaming, it's a gaming media laptop. This laptop is balls. Like its battery dies really quickly. Although I think it might have had something to do with the fact that it's got a USB. I've got a USB hub connected to it, but the USB hub is independently powered. But I still think it draws power, at least a little bit of power into it somehow. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know if that's right, but whatever. But yeah, its battery was dying. It'd been 20 minutes and the battery was already starting to go away. And keep in mind that this thing has been plugged into on my desk. So yeah. I will say one thing for it though. It charged up really fast. It did charge up really fast, but that might be because it's got a shit battery. Who knows? Anyway. I've had a couple of lazy days, mainly because I've been readjusting to my medication today. And also, today I've been sick. I had a cold. I've still got a cold-ish. I have, I woke up this morning and my body was producing a fuck ton of phlegm that just wouldn't shift. And I had like a tickle all day at the back of my throat. My nose has been stuffy. You know, it's just like I'm annoyed. This is annoying. This is uncool. I don't like it, especially this close to my vacation. Also, like right here in the middle of my chest, in the middle of my sternum, there's kind of like a spotty zone. Just like there's a patch. It's a little red mark because it's recently kind of just happened. But no, I was just scratching my chest fur because it was aching. There was an achiness, and then I found out I was bleeding. And I kind of like give it a little squeeze, give that bit of skin a little squeeze, and goo happened, which was fun. And yeah, it was just very unpleasant, uncoolness. So that was fun. Also, another thing that's slightly worrying, that's rarely worrying me, that's rarely pissing me off, in fact, is that that ache I had on my side like a few weeks back. It never really went away. It kind of like lessened a lot, but now it's back. Also, right before my vacation, because I've only got like a couple of days before I'm off. I'm traveling. I'm going, and this is going to be a bit too TMI for at least some people, but I'm back on my medication, on my blood sugar medication, and yeah, those side effects have come back as well, which means that the fear of being on a plane is very real. I'm finding it very hard to get excited about my trip now. I know that once I'm there, I will not give a shit. I will not give a shit how shitty I feel. I will just be happy that I'm there and by the pool and or in the pool. It'll just be great. It'll be fantastic. I just wish that there was a way to actually get me there without going through a transporter. It's just super lame that all of this stuff is happening right now. So yeah, if this wasn't bad enough, like I needed a break today. I needed to have like a little break today, just a chill day today, just so that I can get better. But the power went out. Yeah, that's a thing. But also, the pic dump is due. Like my phone is running out of pictures to upload to the various social media websites and stuff. So it's I'm gonna have to do that, or at least start it, or at least do it, at least part of it while I'm on vacation, which is not cool. That is not cool. But it's not like a super annoying bad thing, really. It requires me to basically do just some editing on my phone and stuff. So that's fun. So yeah, apart from feeling really shitty, the side thing is it's really bugging me, mainly because like it could either be something super serious, in which case I better get it checked out immediately, right away, right now, which I can't do because I'm going to Vegas for a week, or it is something incredibly like serious. It's something serious, but incredibly lame. Like it is actually a hernia. Although the bumpy seems to go on. I've isolated the muscle group that is hurting. But what if it's pain that's going deeper, which means that it could be an organ? Which is, see what I mean? See what kind of mind fuckery this does to you? Oh, ugh. You know? It's just making me really wish that I could push back the Vegas thing, just at least move it, but I can't because it's not a thing that it's just not a thing I can do. Now I've poked my random sternum pain thing. It now hurts. I think it's just because I just did that again. Just give it a squeeze to see if anything happens, but I think it might just be inflamed because I've just bruised it because I'm a fucking idiot. Ugh. So yeah, I've had an interesting day today. The day before it was was a mother thing. So yeah. But yeah, this is just typical that I got a mini cold. At least I'm hoping it's just a mini cold. I'm hoping it's just a mini cold. I've got a mini cold um, because I went out of my quarantine because my mother needed a visit. My mother needed to visit me. Yeah, I'm just hating myself a little bit right now. Hey, Panafox. I will say that I did a growler live chat thing last night. I did a growler live stream last night, and that was a lot of fun. I spent just an hour straight talking about Avatar, you know, and also like cluing up quite a few of my friends on Growler, or at least some of my friends that watch Growler live, um, uh, up on that particular actor. You know the one I'm talking about, on that particular actor, and basically like, yeah, and just generally talking about Avatar and stuff. It was really nice. It was a really nice conversation. It was really good. So yeah, so that was nice. That was pleasant. You know, I got a giant Damon before he's left to his mum's right now for Easter to have like a because it's Easter weekend. Normally Easter weekend is like I swear Easter weekend is in April. You know, I swear it's in April. But is it in April, or am I just going crazy? Did Damon go early for some reason? I don't know. I can't ask him. He's not here, you know. But before he left, he gave me my Easter egg because in the UK we have a weird tradition. Like on Easter, we give not mostly it's mostly children, and people with children get Easter eggs, and these are basically eggs like this big. Usually, this is the average. Eggs about this big, made of chocolate. Just like hollow chocolate eggs. You know, um, and you get various brands and like themes and stuff. I know in America you've got a thing about painting eggs. You have a thing about painting eggs. We do that, but again, it's mostly just a kiddie thing. Like schools will basically have like an egg painting competition. One of which I actually a couple we won the egg painting competition in our school like a couple of times, and I will say that was one of my first kind of like achievements. One of my first kind of like getting up at the like in the at the school assembly, and basically assembly is when you just you meet the whole school every other morning will basically like gather in the gym. Excuse me, for announcements and stuff. And this is like preschool and what we call primary school and stuff. And yeah, so everybody will gather up in the gym, and then basically like they'll do the announcements, and they'll talk to the head teacher will talk to you and stuff like that, and it's a whole thing. um I know that America has something similar as well, so yeah. But anyway, they it was like one of my first times where every month or so they would basically do achievements. They'll give out certificates and stuff for for shit, just stuff. Um, and one of the things is like the best Easter egg painting competition. And what happens is like you basically either paint the egg and it itself is fantastic, or you basically theme it and have a little diorama and everything. And I can't remember what one I did. Oh no, I think I can. Yeah, I made an egg into a hedgehog using some straw because we had guinea pigs at the time when I was a kid. I was a little kid, and we had guinea pigs, so we used straw. We actually had straw, and we used straw in their hutch. So basically, like I stuck a bit of straw all over this thing, just little tiny bits of straw. I was very, very, very meticulous with the glue and with the straw and everything, and making sure that the straw was like painted, not just straw, but it was painted to look like it was hedgehogs and everything. But it looked really good. It looked really good. And then I drew on like a little face for the hedgehog, and then I put it in a little version of the hutch that my mum made. My mum did something. She always tried to get us to win these competitions by sometimes basically by just doing it herself, you know. But anyway, I feel like it was my hedgehog, not the hutch, not the mini hutch that she made, which was made out of a couple of twigs and some mesh. Um, I feel like it was my hedgehog. I don't know why it's a captured hedgehog. Never mind. My hedgehog was the one that won. That was the reason why it won. And I was so proud of myself. That was the first time I actually felt proud of myself about anything. I know, stupid, lame, boring. Um, but yeah, I mean, the very first time, the time before that, I had won, but I didn't feel like I'd won, mainly because I just painted the egg orange. That was my job. That was my whole job. I basically painted the whole egg orange, like properly bright orange. Do you know why I painted the egg orange? Because my mother had made a out of cardboard. I don't know how she did this, considering that my mother isn't that. My mother's not really that creative. I don't know how she got. I swear she must have seen this in a book or something. You know, as much as I love my mom, yeah, whatever. Like my mother, apart from gardening, she's not very creative. She's very creative in the garden. You know, she knows exactly what flower arrangements to put where, you know, how to dig up like the whole garden and rebuild it to look fantastic. You know, she knows how to do that shit. You know, she's very creative there, but otherwise, she's kind of got bad taste. Sorry, Ma, but you do. You have a little bit of a tacky taste. Um. So yeah, she's not very creative when it comes to drawing and stuff. She was better than my dad. But apart from that, like yeah. So my mother wanted me to paint my gold. No, I just revealed it. Um, my mother wanted me to paint the egg so that she can basically turn it into a goldfish by like sticking little tiny pieces of cardboard on for the fins, drawing all of the scales in the scale pattern, and then hanging it using a bit of string, like to the roof of a cardboard box that she made look like a aquarium. I remember what this looks like. I do not remember how long it took her to do this. I feel like this was just like over the course of 2 days, you know. And of course we won because that was fucking fantastic compared to all of the bullshit eggs that all of the other kids were doing, you know. But yeah, there were some other good like competitors. I do remember this other kid basically had like an egg family, you know. One of them talking about fat guys. One of them basically just made kind of like he made a Humpty Dumpty guy, but it was essentially just he put tiny legs and then wrapped them in cardboard, and then basically like I had two tiny arms holding a big belly and a tiny head on top, and it swear to God it was like out of something that I've drawn, you know. It's like weird fetishy bullshit stuff. So he made Humpty Dumpty, but it was basically but he gave him a head. And if you want to make Humpty Dumpty, I'm pretty sure the egg, the top of the egg is the face, right? But no, he didn't. He didn't have that. He had like a little plasticine head on top of the body. So it was like, that's just a fat guy in a 3-piece suit. You know? Oh, I did it again. I have a cut on my. See, I have a cut right there, and I poked it. So yeah, it's weird stuff. We have like weird Easter traditions compared to Americans who have like other weird, and it all seems to be. It's very much like related to children here in the UK. All the Easter stuff is basically for kids. The adults might give each other like little cream eggs, or basically might give them. You might get your mum like a chocolate egg or something, but it's not really a thing. It's mostly it's all about it's all for the kids. All of the adult Easter shit is religious, and it's like eh. So yeah. So yeah, I got my egg today, and that was quite cool. I got my chocolate egg today, but I'm kind of like a bit frightened to eat it on account of my medication. It's like set off by high blood sugar levels. So yeah. Who is Chick Hearn? I have not seen you here before. Are you new? Are you a new person? I'm just waiting for the delay. This is kind of like a stream of consciousness, just kind of like a mini video diary vlog thingy. I'm talking about, is that dipping eggs? Sorry, the little heart thing's in the way. You're talking about dipping eggs. Actually, not dipping eggs. No, again, we're talking about like the differences between Easter in the United States and Easter in the UK. Because Easter in the United States, you dye eggs and stuff, don't you? And stuff. Are you from the United States? Like in the UK, we don't really do that. I mean, we sometimes some schools and stuff, like some preschools or some like primary schools here in the UK, have little competition. Have like little competitions where you decorate an egg by painting it, and then or coloring it in, or like sticking things to it to make it look pretty, or have a theme or something. And I was just relaying my childhood story about how basically, like the couple of times that I entered my egg into the competition, it won, and it was like yes. It was like my first win. It was one of my first wins of my life, apart from existing. Yeah, go me for existing. Cool. Yeah, but what do you do? Do you have like what do you do exactly for your Easter? For your Easter, I know it like differs from state to state as well. It differs from county to county. I know that for a fact, because I know that my cousin, when he lived in New York City, then basically there was like the big Easter egg hunt, like in Central Park, and that was like a huge deal for like the entire city, it seems. And it wasn't just an event for like kids. They had like a kids one, and then they had a adult one, and they were huge prizes. Like you could win a car if you basically got the egg with the win a car ticket in it or whatever, and stuff like that. And it was a huge deal. Yet when he lived in Buffalo, there was nothing. It was all a religious holiday, unless you were a child. So yeah. Um. We do Easter egg, yeah, Easter egg hunts and gift baskets. I've not heard about the baskets thing. I know you sometimes give presents, like you give little presents, you know. But I didn't know about that. Over here in the UK, we have giant hollow chocolate eggs about this big, and we give those to kids normally. They're supposed to only get one, but over the years, basically, like, you get one from your mum, you get one from your dad, you get one from your aunts, you get one from your uncles, your granddad, your grandmother. It's like a whole big thing. You just end up with tons and tons of eggs. Like you go to a parent's house of a child, and basically, like, you'll notice that there'll be a wall in their kitchen that is just made of chocolate eggs in boxes. So yeah, NY City is not the USA. Okay, you never heard of Easter baskets? It's the thing to do for kids. I've heard of Easter of egg baskets. Yeah, I've heard of like egg baskets, but essentially, like, they're not a thing. Like, I've never seen a picture of a child with like an egg, being given an egg basket for Easter. I've not seen that. In any media, I've never seen that. I don't know what your Easter's about. But yeah. Then you dress up and go to church and praise Jesus and celebrate he is risen. Okay. Yes, I know it's the zombie holiday. I get it. I remember about the zombie holiday. Eggs aren't in the basket, only candy. Are they candied? Are there are candied eggs, right? It's like themed, right? Easter chocolate is all egg based stuff, right? I actually had like a weird philosophical like discussion about the whole. Is it necromancy? Is that what they're telling about in the Bible? I mean, pretty sure that was necromancy, which is witchcraft and devil's work, right? Which is definitely the work of the devil, but it happened with Jesus. So that's bad, right? Oh shit, sorry. There is a giant daddy long leg spider just hovering above my light. I got it. Sorry, another spider just went. What was that? Oh, never mind. It's a bit of salt. Go away. You're fine. Do not investigate it. It might still be poisonous and deadly and ich. Um, you talk bad about Jesus. He sends a spider. That's a good one. I like that. About Jesus. I'm not talking bad about Jesus. I'm just saying, isn't that a thing? I was just telling you about like a discussion that I was having with one of my friends not so long ago. It's like, pretty sure that's necromancy. I'm pretty sure that is necromancy. And they were like, well, it's not necromancy because like he rose and it's Jesus, it's the Son of God. And I was like, well, yeah, but I mean, like, it's not like it's just his spirit, right? Because then, yeah. And then they were trying to say that it's like, well, he was kind of like alive the whole time. He just appeared to be dead. And then I said, then, well, that's not a miracle, then, is it? That's not much of a miracle. That's just a person faking their death. It left a really messy web. Ugh. I can see it now. I'm trying to not look at it. But yeah, it's a whole big thing. I mean, it's just like the whole story is just hilarious in the first place. It's hilarious. You'll find out, maybe not. What? I'll find out, maybe not. What? I do not know what you're talking about. I'm sorry. Are you Christian? I'm sorry if I'm I'm offending you or anything. I'm just talking. I'm not saying anything bad about the religion. I'm merely telling you the truth about what the texts say, about what the texts say, and it's just like I just want a clearer picture of exactly what this is because it sounds a lot like necromancy, you know. And if he wasn't really dead, then you know, that's not a miracle. He is wrong, you know. If that's the case, he's wrong, right? I mean, yeah. You may go to hell is what that means. Okay. But I don't think I do not think that hell exists either. So you know, the text says nothing like whatever you are saying. It says exactly what I'm saying. It says it 3 times. That's in different ways, which would kind of contradict each other. But it's the Bible, so okay, you know. It says this in the Bible 3 different times and 3 different ways, and not one of those times does it say anything about that this isn't necromancy. It's describing it like it is necromancy. You know, it is. It's describing it like it's witchcraft, but because I guess it's because God's doing it, or it's because it's Jesus Himself doing it somehow, or both, that it's not a zombie somehow. But it sounds very so. It reaches the same descriptive criteria as a zombie. You know. He was crucified and then he was risen. It's really that simple. It's not. Again, if you read it, it's really long. It goes on and 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 on 3 times about exactly what happens, and each of those times it sounds very much like zombification. So yeah, he's a zombie. Like he has the hole in his hand and everything, which is something that the Bible gets wrong, by the way, because they never did that. They never put it through the hands. It's always through the wrist, because the hands you can just easily, the weight of your arm would actually eventually rip through your hand. It's a whole big thing. But they all say it was in the hand. But he shows people his hands and everything. It's a whole big thing. It's like, well, he's not bleeding, but he's got the wound still. So zombie? That's the undead. That's necromancy. That's super necromantic. So yeah. He's risen, that's all you need. Well, if that's all I needed, then why didn't you just say that in the text? He forgave your sins. No, he didn't. I'm not apologetic for anything that I've done. I don't need anybody's forgiveness for anything. Honestly, I don't. I don't know what. I don't know what I would. I mean, like, no. I don't need anybody's forgiveness for anything. I can't think of anything I need anybody's forgiveness for right now. I'm good. Thanks. He rose again. Zombie. He is the son of man. And woman. He is what he is. A first century. What is it? What was the famous, like? There's like a famous, really well descriptive term for what Jesus is. It's a first century doomsday cultist. Oh, what's the term for Jewish religious leader? Rabbi. That's it. It's like there were lots of those, by the way. Jesus is just a really, really famous one. You're not quoting any text. I don't have the quotes to hand, but I've read the Bible. I know what it says. The Bible doesn't say the hand. What Bible are you reading? If you look it up, it does. It does actually say that where the nails went. It does say where the nails went. At least in one of the tellings. Again, it's because it's told like 3 times in 3 different books. That basically that it went through the hand and his feet. You must be gay. Gay people always sent. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh no, you're one of those. Gay people always sent Christ. Gay people always sent Christ because they don't want to face the penalties for the wrongdoings. Sodomy burn in hell for that, so it's more comfortable to deny any religion. Not really. Also, like, what's so bad about being gay? I'm bisexual, by the way. What's so bad about that? Again, what's okay then? What's perverted about it? I don't. It's not a perverted lifestyle. It's not a perverted lifestyle. Is it because it's unnatural? Because it's actually incredibly natural. Like there are almost no species in the animal kingdom that don't have homosexuality. Just so that's a thing. But no, I just don't. I don't follow any religion, mainly because I've read the texts of a few religions, and although they're fascinating, they don't meet they're fiction. They're all fiction. They all read as fiction. They're all bummer. They're all a big bummer. What's perverted about taking a penis in your ass? What's that? No. Well, first of all, it's the other way round for me personally. But yeah, well, that's not natural and it's disgusting, and animals do not practice gay. Okay. Oh, I love that. I'm sorry. Animals do not practice gay sex. They do too. Oh. Oh, I'm sorry. It's incredibly prevalent in most social species. In most social species, if not actually, I think all of them, in all social species, like gay sex, as you call it, is very much a thing. Like a lot. Wolves do it. Lots of monkey, lots of primate species. A lot of primate species do it. Like it is weirdly prevalent in the, there's even a thing now that they think that essentially chimpanzees and even like silverback gorillas, like these species, they don't actually have super, basically straight, sexualities. All of them are bisexual. All of them, especially the boys. Especially the boys. So yeah, what you're saying is bullshit. I'm just, yeah. Of course, you don't follow religion. I don't follow religion because I studied it. It's kind of rubbish, you know. It's kind of rubbish. You have a talking donkey in your religion. I'm assuming you're a Christian. In your religion, you have a talking donkey, and it's just like fine, whatever. It's just a talking donkey, you know. And then you get less and less miracles as you get closer and closer, less and less miraculous shit happening as you get closer and closer to the end of the book. And then like lots of bad stuff is supposed to happen, but until then, like nothing amazing is going to happen because people are existing now with camera phones. So, what are you going to do? AIDS? What? Where does AIDS come from? Isn't it like a virus or something? It's like a virus. You do know that you don't have to be gay to get AIDS, right? You know that, right? How old are you? This took a religious turn I don't like. Feel free to chime in. I'm okay with this. No gay sex in animals, absolutely not. Look it up. Look it up. Again, nearly every single species on Earth has gay sex in it. Nearly every species. Every social species on Earth definitely has gay sex in it. You just have to go to a zoo. If you just go to a zoo, you can see this happening. It's like, I just don't understand how you can't not know this. It's like, it's the thing. But even if animals do, what's that matter? Are you an animal? Yes! We are all animals. We are all animals. Sorry. It's like, we know where we came from. We're all animals. What makes you think we're like super special? Oh yeah, because a book told you. Yeah. The typical gay rhetoric. You will learn one day. You better know that. Look, if your God was real, then if I'm stood in front of him at any point, then I wouldn't want to be in heaven. So, do you know why? It's because if you read your book, then God's a dick. He's massively insane. Like he's a massive he's a big jerk. If your book's real, if the the Quran is real, then That one's actually not so bad. It's mostly the prophet that was a dick. If the Jewish Bible, oh shit, I knew it. The Torah, is it the Torah? If the Torah is real, then it doesn't really matter what happens, because at the end of it, we kind of like, we come from nothing and we go back to nothing. So, you know. So yeah, if the Buddhists are real, if the Buddhist God was real, which they don't really have the concept of God, then basically like, then I'll be a slug or something in my next life. You know, if the the Greco-Roman gods are real, then eventually I might go to another place that is pretty much like Earth anyway. If the Norse gods are real, then, which I really hope, because that one's the best one, then I just go to another layer of reality, you know. And it's probably going to be just like this. Or if I die fighting, I get to go to Valhalla. So yeah. Don says, what is going on? I like, for some reason he's taking issue to me just like saying true stuff. Like, I think like, I don't know if he's actually mad or something. I'm just having I'm trying to have just a general discussion, you know. But he's telling me that I'm going to hell and telling me what I believe and what is real and all that stuff, and it's just like he doesn't have anything to back it up, you know. It's a bit of a bummer, if I'm honest. But yeah, hopefully he's learning something. There's lots of gay sex in animals. Like, I know, right? I know. No, I said that to him. Basically, like, again, nearly every species on Earth, nearly every one of them on Earth, basically, there's gay sex. It exists. It's completely natural. And I like the whole thing of like, you know, are you mad because like you think buttholes are dirty? Because if you are if you are mad at that, then you know you pee out of your penis or out of your vagina, right? You know that's where pee comes from, right? It's just as dirty. It's not, in fact, sterile like they thought it was in the past. In fact, they've known it's not. They've known that urine isn't sterile for like I was going to say 50 years, but that's what I found out. So yeah. So yeah. Mammals, not animals. You're dense. I'm dense. I am actually. I'm quite solid. Um, a 2019 paper states that same-sex sexual behavior has been observed in over one. Exactly. It's basically every species, every fucking species almost. It's like it's the only reason that they haven't observed it in certain species is basically because they haven't observed it in those species, but it probably does happen in those species as well. So yeah. Who paints your toenails? I don't actually do that. I don't see the point. I mean, I don't really like look at my toenails that much. I do know like somebody who's really into feet. I don't get the feet thing, but yeah. Who helps you wipe your ass? I can still do that by myself. The Bible. What about the Bible? Pee isn't poop. Try again. Try what again? It's a waste. It's a byproduct of your body. It's a waste byproduct of your body. It's just as dirty. It is actually just as dirty. You know. Who wipes your? But yeah, I've already answered that question. I do. pussy's better than butthole, is there really an argument? I would say that, like, right now, because I'm bisexual, right now I do prefer pussy over butthole, but like, you have to admit, for the guy in this situation, the prostate is like located just inside the butthole. Well, not just inside the butthole, but you get what I mean. It's basically like this much inside the butthole. That's like a really, really, really big joy button. You know, if God made us in His image, then there must be a reason why He put it in there. You could say that God has gay sex too. Otherwise, there's no reason to put it there. You know, you put it on the belly button or something. Like, surely, right? Why else would you put it there? Would I rather be pooped on than peed on? I don't know. I don't know what your preferences are. You know, whatever makes you happy. You know, as long as you don't get any in your mouth. Bad if you get it in your mouth. I thought you didn't take it. I don't. But I'm saying that basically there is a joy button. You know, I've given it, and I know I know what button to press. You know, would I take it up the butthole? I have done that. Yes, I've tried it a couple of times. Yeah, a few times. It can be very, very nice. I mean, think about it. Like, basically, you're having your insides massaged. It's just an inside massage. It's actually quite pleasant. Can you find that? Can you find that little pecker? How? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, are you talking about like penis size? Mine is just like, I'm quite thick. Basically, like, most of my body is quite like, see, like my hands. Basically, my fingers are quite short, but my hand is actually quite wide, and that's like most of my body. I'm quite short, but I'm well built. I'm very wide, you know, and that's basically like most of my body, including my penis. Including my penis. I think this is the same guy that was here the other day. I don't know. Didn't they get banned? I heard you always take your shirt off on stream. No, I lift my shirt because I give my special goodbye is basically a belly rubs and belly salute. What gay? What? I don't know what that means. Just a weirdo who kept asking stupid questions. There was like one troll that basically that I did actually have a pleasant conversation with, you know, like they kept thinking that they were owning me by basically saying like a bunch of horrible shit, but I was just answering their questions, and then they left, and it was fine. Everything was fine. I'm banned. Why? I've done nothing but add content to the show. With 4 viewers, you should never ban anyone. I just ban people that basically threaten me or my family. You know, if you want to be banned, then that's all you got to do. You know, but you're not really threatening, so it's fine. But yeah, and I don't really do it for the viewers. I'm basically like hanging out with my friends. and with people that like my content and stuff. So yeah, it doesn't have to be like a mass of people every single stream. Again, I've done none of that. And you've been fine, dude. It's okay. You've been fine. You're great. Don't worry about it. 4 friends. Well, I mean, like, there's some of my friends. Actually, I would say that Don and Panafox. Panafox is one of my best friends, and Don is definitely one of my best friends as well. Like, I'd like to. I don't really rank my friends or anything, but like, he's definitely up there. You know, I love you, Don. What size bra do you wear? Okay, now you are sounding like the other guy. You know, now you are sounding like the other guy. What size bra do you wear? I don't wear a bra. I don't need to wear a bra. I do know some people who do need to wear bras. I don't. Well, yeah, I'm not going to name names, but I do have a friend who lives quite close by actually, and he definitely needs to wear a bra. Do you dress up like a bitch? No, I'm not into cross dressing. Like a bitch. I'm usually very what's it called? Practical with my clothing choices. Who's other guy? I don't know what you're talking about. When we're talking about Jesus, I'm pretty sure we were talking about Jesus. Do you ever wear diapers? Never. I've never worn diaper. I actually don't like that. I don't like that particular, you know, that particular fetish. It's not my thing. I don't like to infantilize anybody, you know. Um, yeah, the adult baby thing is like, yeah, I don't like it. So I've got you belly roll laughing twice now. You like me. I like talking to people. Again, we're having a not bad conversation, you know. If this is you from the other day, then basically I've got very, very simple limits. Basically, you don't threaten people, you know. Don't try to threaten people with physical violence. It's just not cool. You know, I don't mind people threatening me even, but it's the fact that basically I live with like 3 people, so to get to me, they would have to, you know, they might hurt somebody that I like and or love, you know. So basically, it's like that's a big no-no. So yeah. Why are you laughing, Don? What did you do? What did I do? The boom is jiggling. It does that. I do have a friend who really likes this shirt. I'm really bummed out because when I was pulling it down, and I've actually got I made a hole in it. I made a hole just from just doing that. My thumb went right through it, so it might have to go away soon, and he's going to be bummed out about it. Lame. You live with 3 people, your mum and dad and your gay dog. No, I don't. Not with those people. 3 people. Yes. I'm not going to give you details on who lives with me. I can say that my mum lives on the other side of the country. My dad is dead. My real dad lives in the South Pole, or at least another dimension of the South, but it's a whole thing. And my gay dog, um, He's also passed on. It's quite sad, actually. He was like my brother, you know. I really miss my dog. Maybe you can talk to your Jesus buddy and basically like bring him back. Actually, that would be bad. I don't want a zombie dog. Nah, zombie dog sounds fun. I have a zombie dog. Do you live in the basement? No. I live in a house. I co-own a house. That's like, wow. You have a lot of assumptions about people. At least you're asking questions. That's nice. We are correcting them. Did you eat the dog? See, that would be funny if, yeah, that's, I really miss my dog. I really do. It's really sad. Like I said, he was like a brother to me. He was a really, really sweet guy. Um, he'd wake me up every morning and like go for walks like twice a day. They were really, they were really good times. They were really good times. Was the dog gay? I don't think. I kind of feel like all dogs are kind of a little bit gay, But no, he definitely liked the girls. He's definitely got so. There's definitely some pups of him out there. I should track those down. Maybe I can get another one of him. Well, I know I can get another one of him. I've got his DNA somewhere in the house. I got like a nail clipping and a bundle of his hair, as well as like an actual kind of like bit of his blood and everything. That's probably way, way like expired and stuff, but who knows? We live in the future. We live in the future. Yeah, this is the same guy. This is just a different account of the same guy. I'll let you stay if if you apologize for threatening me like before. According to you, sex with animals is okay? Not really. I'm not really into bestiality. You are the same person based on the way that you talk and everything. You're the same guy as before. I'm making a big assumption here, but essentially just the way that you're talking and just a few hints. There's been a few big hints, and basically just the tubby thing, kind of like just pushed it over the edge of like, yep, this is definitely the same person to me anyway. If you feel threatened, I'm sorry. Well, I don't feel threatened. It's just that somebody made a threat. Like if anybody makes a threat, then it's just it's not cool. Yeah, it's just that it's not the it's it's you, dude. It's you. Like I said, it's okay, and you can definitely stay as long as you basically apologize for threatening. I mean, even if it wasn't you, then what's the harm? If you actually genuinely want to stay and talk to me, then besides, I have to go soon anyway. This was only supposed to be a quickie, like the title says. It's supposed to be a LiveTUBBSquickie, which I usually limit to like half an hour, but um, time is getting on. It wasn't me, and I didn't, and I did just say sorry. Did you miss that? Where is that? Like you said, if you feel threatened, I'm sorry. I didn't really feel threatened. But you shouldn't make threats. You should just not make threats. Show us your Titus. Oh, tits. I don't do that anyway. It's just the tummy. Yeah, and it will happen. It will happen in a minute. It's okay. Calm down. It will happen in a minute. Right. Didn't really get what I wanted done tonight, but I mean it's okay. Like I still enjoyed this conversation. It was kind of nice. It was okay. And yeah, I'll be back on Growler tomorrow for a live stream there, but I'll also be back the day after, hopefully, for a live stream here. Wait a minute, what is the date? Let me check the dates. So tomorrow is the 30th, and yep, it's Sunday. It will be my day before I go on my vacation. I'll do a live stream then. Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna like properly put everything into the safe, the computers and stuff, until the morning before I travel. So yeah, I should be doing a stream then. If you got any ideas for like exactly what to do for any of these topics that are going past the screen now, then yell at me on Discord. But I am going to film something, just something, within the next couple of days anyway, because I've got the house to myself ish. So yeah, I might have a friend come over, so I don't know exactly when. So yeah. I don't think there's anything else I need to say to you guys. I think we're all good. I'll just yell it on Discord if I remember it. Anyway, anything anybody want to ask me or say to me before I go? Now is the time. Don't come to Florida. I'm not coming until next year to Florida. Why shouldn't I come to Florida? What's the big deal? I have like so many friends in Florida actually. I really do want to go to like Tidal Wave. That's a really good event in Florida. All good here, I guess. Sweet. Okay. Belly wubs. Oh, stretch. And belly salute. And I'll see you guys in the future. And for those that are watching this on playback, that are going to be in Vegas soon, see you guys really soon. See you guys next week. Really cannot wait. I'm like really excited. I really need this vacation. Like so bad. Anyway. Toodles.